Hi there, I'm Glenn Gustafson. One of the biggest challenges facing managers in the back office is allocating incoming work in the most efficient way. On one hand, work needs to be finished as quickly as possible, but on the other, it needs to be resolved proficiently by the most appropriate and available resource for the work type. What is the work type of an item? Is it region specific? What is the due date? What is the dollar amount involved? Fail to prioritize and route work items in a timely manner, and you risk service level agreements and customer dissatisfaction. Routing decisions are often manual and determined by managers, but manual decision-making comes with its costs. Facing an ever-growing volume of incoming work, managers find themselves spending more and more valuable time routing and prioritizing work. But even worse, they risk making less than ideal decisions by giving certain types of work to less qualified teams or individuals, or attending to urgent items too late. With Nice Work Manager, you can take advantage of the advanced work allocation functionality for always accurate routing and prioritization, which means that these decisions are made automatically based on predefined criteria, freeing managers to focus on resolving more important issues. Let's see how automatic work routing is done. When we're looking at routing and allocating items, we first need to bring them in from their originating source. We can do this in multiple different ways, either by text files, direct connections to databases, ActiveMQ, and multiple other connection types. Once we bring the data in, we then need to define the fields. So here's where we can enrich this data. We can use calculations or link to other lists that we might want to bring in. And that helps us enrich the data so that we can make decisions appropriately. Once we have the data, we can build a routing flow that's going to look at these fields and make decisions based on the fields that are in it. So here we have an example of a routing flow. Our first step, once the item comes in the start, is to calculate the business unit. And if I come down and look at my properties, we see that in this case, we're making that business unit decision based on the state that it's located in. So this particular routing flow has two decision points. Is it a complex dispute code, and is it a high focus customer? And we can see as we locate the dispute code that we've defined complex dispute codes as AOA-1. And this comes from a list that we've created within our database internally. So we're comparing the dispute code on the item to this list. And if it is a complex code, we route in one direction. If not, we go into another direction, into another decision point. And we can add these decision points very easily with drag and drop from the toolbox. Once you have all your decision points created, you then need to route out. And in this case, we're routing out to, if it was a complex code or a high focus customer, we want to send that to our group that is skilled in handling complex cases. So we create an outbound route that gets these items over to them. We can also score these items to help prioritize them based on other data elements within the work item. So we can say, for example, if this is over a $5,000 claim, we want to score it higher than if it's a $400 claim. And that's going to help us prioritize the work items when they get to the groups, so that they can work on the highest priority items first. The final part of routing and allocation is to allow the managers to make real-time changes to the allocation policies so that they can handle items that need to be focused on immediately. And we can do this through the policy manager that allows us to come in and set various policy rules. And in these rules, we can change the prioritization of the items so that I can now prioritize by, for example, the time to SLA. and then by the skills of the agent. That way I make sure that I'm working the most important items first and that they're being worked by the people with the highest skills in those areas. This allows us to go from a set of rules and allocation policies into real-time changes to those policies that will allow us to handle items always in the most efficient way. Ensuring always accurate routing and prioritization with Nice Work Manager can significantly improve the way your back office operates. It means better proficiency by ensuring that each item is dealt with by the most relevant employee in a timely fashion, meeting SLAs, ensuring customer satisfaction, and enabling back office managers to spend time on more value-add activities. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for your attention.